Hello there.
This isn't.
The sea talk stands all rise high. With hard work, we'll touch the sky. Think if you'll solve every way, I'll turn in points to light the way. From the struggles, we've grown strong. Every step we take, we belong. Critical thinking leads us through. With courage, there's nothing we can't do. The sea talk stands tall, rise high. With hard work, we'll touch the sky. Think if you'll solve every way, I'll turn in points to light the way. From the struggles, we've grown strong. Every step we take, we belong. Critical thinking leads us through. With courage, there's nothing we can't do. The sea talk stands tall, rise high. With hard work, we'll touch the sky. Think if you'll solve every way, I'll turn in points to light the way. Celebrate, our voices unite. The sea talks 2024 feels so right. Wipe away.
Success has a different definition for everyone. For some people, success is happiness, and for others, it's power. For some people, success is domination, while for others, success is liberation. Finally, success is a goal for everyone. Put your goal in front of you and work hard for it.
But over time, I have transformed into someone strong, confident, and independent, and I want to share with you how I got there. Reflecting on my past, I realized that I often felt held back by my own self-doubt. However, through dedication and self-discovery, I found ways to build my confidence and embrace my independence. Let me take you through that journey and the lessons I learned along the way. I have always viewed myself as the hero of my own story, the main character of my own movie. Now, don't get me wrong, this isn't about ego, it's about confidence. I realize people often confuse confidence with arrogance, but there is a big difference. To be confident means to believe in yourself and your path without needing to bring others down or seek constant validation. The third reason is that I have chosen to view life situations positively. For me, optimism isn't just about feeling good. It's about believing that with the right attitude, that I can handle anything that comes my way. This mindset helped me stay strong and focused even when things get tough.
Memories can always put a smile on our faces. Let it be a Eid gathering, a wedding celebration, and most of the time, birthday parties. However, not for everyone. Have you ever tried, instead of lighting a candle, lighting your own full body and being the flaming candle itself? Well, I've been the candle once for my birthday. The story began exactly on the day that was supposed to be a day to remember and celebrate, but ended up being a tragedy. That birthday came when I was living alone as my family were in a different country. I lived here for almost 6 years to study at college. On that day, me and my friends decided to make it special by having a barbecue dinner. All of a sudden, while my friends were setting the fire to cook, the fuel reached my feet by mistake, and the fire immediately covered my whole body. I was then taken to the hospital where many surgeries were done to save my life. It took me months to be able to move, walk again, and start recovering. I hid this accident from my family for 2 years. The reason behind this is I knew they would be worried, yet unable to do anything as all the airports were closed due to the quarantine of COVID-19. So why would I worry them? This is how I thought. What I want to share today is not this story, but the lesson I learned from it. Through these tough months, I discovered the true meaning of self-reliance, which is not about isolation or doing everything alone. It's about trusting myself enough to face any challenge, making decisions, and accepting responsibilities for my own choices. Taking care of myself without even being able to lift my leg and without having my family around was the hardest lesson I want others to learn. We're all capable of more than what we think, and whether we're facing a tough situation or starting something new, we have everything inside to continue.
At school, a girl told me that 2 girls in her class were talking about me. I didn't think much of it at first, but this gossip continued for over a year. They would come to my face and say mean things and try to turn my friends against me. Even though I didn't know them at all, I decided to tell my family about it. But those 2 girls were wrong and strong. They complained about me before I could report about them, and the thing that really shocked me that the supervisor took their side. I told my mom, and my mom went to my school, talked with the principal, who told that the teacher's actions were wrong, and I was the one being hurt. This experience taught me that we shouldn't just ignore bullying. We all need to take it seriously because it can hurt in many ways that we can't see. Looking back, I didn't understand what bullying is until I went through it myself. This only makes me think about others who face other kinds of bullying when they are forced to do things, pressured, or even hurt physically.
A young woman is walking and chatting on her phone when suddenly a thief snatches her phone away. Amidst the chaos, a brave man steps in determined to help. He confronts the thief, but in the process loses not one, but two of his own phones. What happened next was extraordinary. As the thief tried to flee, a group of nearby shopkeepers, inspired by the man's bravery, joined in. Together, they managed to retrieve the stolen phone and handed the thief over to the authorities. This selflessness reminds us that real heroes often pay a price with their courage, and collective action can amplify that bravery. Let's honor this man's determination and proving that when we are together, we can overcome any challenge.
I felt anxious whenever we hang out because I knew they would pry into things that were private. I realized I needed to set some boundaries to protect my personal space, so one day I decided to speak up. I explained that while I valued our friendship, there were some things I preferred to keep to myself. To my surprise, they listened and understood. They didn't realize they were overstepping, and we ended up having a good conversation about respecting each other's privacy. After that, our friendship actually became stronger because I felt safe and respected. This experience taught me that it's important to speak up when someone crosses a line. Setting boundaries isn't about pushing people away, it's about creating a space where everyone feels comfortable. By establishing clear limits, I learned to protect my privacy while still enjoying my friendship. In the end, it made my relationships healthier and more meaningful.
My favorite sport, basketball, was the turning point. Basketball taught me many valuable lessons, both on and off the court. It has had a deep impact in my life in ways I never imagined. Basketball also boosted my self-confidence. It helped me lead a healthier lifestyle, back from smoking and chewing cat. It made me believe in the power of challenging myself and pushing my limits. Lastly, basketball has taught me the importance of leadership and responsibility, whether I am leading on the court or supporting my teammates.
Have you ever faced a moment when nothing seemed to go right no matter how much you tried? I found myself in that situation once, weighed down by failure and doubt, ready to give up. But as I reflected, I realized that quitting would mean losing everything I had worked for. This shift taught me that resilience is not something we are born with, it is something we build through experience. This lesson transformed my life. I stopped focusing only on outcomes and began valuing strength I gained through challenges. Resilience taught me to face fear and doubt with courage, knowing that each step forward makes me stronger. Today, I approach difficulties with confidence, understanding that setbacks are part of the journey, not the end.
I used to go to school where I felt out of place. Every day was tough and the environment was not comfortable for me at all. I had classmates, but I never felt like I truly fit in with them. It was really hard to stay motivated, and I felt like my potential was slipping away, and I felt like I was going through the motions, waiting for each day to end. It was really, really hard. But then I made my best decision. I changed the school, and from that moment, everything started to change. At my new school, I felt welcomed and appreciated. I made friends who really cared about who understood me, and I met teachers who really cared about my growth. I became more engaged, tried new activities, and discovered my passions. This change helped me realize how important it is to be in a place where you feel valued and supported. My life took a turn for the better, and I finally felt like I was where I was meant to be. So what I want to say is, it's not always because of us. Sometimes it's just we're not in the right place.
Have you ever faced a moment in life when everything seemed impossible? When fear, doubt, and failure stood in your way, making you question your strength? Today, I want to share a personal lesson with you, one that changed the way I see challenges and taught me the power of resilience. It's a lesson about not giving up, no matter how hard things get, and finding the strength to keep going even when it feels like the whole world is against you. I decided to keep going even if I failed. The only real failure would be giving up on myself. So I kept studying, pouring my energy into every moment, determined not to let fear hold me back. After all of these tough moments, alhamdulillah, I made it. Believe me guys, you have the power to shape your future. And the only way to fail is to stop trying. So never give up on yourselves, keep going, keep pushing forward, keep fighting, and know that your resilience will lead you to success.
I believe that hope is important for our happiness and for building strong relationships. This experience showed me that people can be there for each other when it mattered most. Furthermore, I learned that hope can make people happy. When I did volunteer at my mom's clinic, which its whole purpose is to give poor families a glimpse of hope in the darkness, most of the families were so down in reality, seeing their children suffering, disappearing with each day with nothing in their power they can do to save them. My mom gave them hope. She showed them that their children's sicknesses aren't as bad as they think. With just a few tips on their diets and the help of supplement vitamins, they were once cured again. Hope is what maintains us humans to keep going forward. It's the essence of life. It lights our darkest moments, letting us know that our darkest moments isn't as bad as we think. It's just a test of God and a blessing our souls to be strong, appreciative, and more faithful. Thank you.
Lessons, whether learned through formal education, life experiences, or personal reflection, have the power to shape who we are and how we perceive the world around us. Over the time, those lessons mold our character, our values, and our perspectives, guiding us toward becoming more capable, empathetic, and resilient individuals. So, one of the lessons that drastically changed me is that heartbreak and failures aren't weaknesses, they are our superpowers. Those moments push us beyond comfort to teach us resilience and empathy in ways that success never could. Heartbreak teaches us how to connect with others deeply, while failures strengthens our resolve to keep trying. Sometimes those moments feel like endings, but they are truly our new beginnings, to become stronger, wiser, and braver each time we step up. So, why we don't see those challenges and those lessons as chances in order to flourish and meet our best versions?
My journey was filled with triumphs and setbacks, and it shaped me into a person I am today. From young age, I've always been fascinated by microbiology. I was captivated by the intricacies and the application of this field. However, my journey wasn't smooth sailing. I encountered numerous challenges, and there were times when I questioned my ability. Through dedication and hard work, I eventually overcame these challenges and fulfilled a significant milestone. In brief, my journey has taught me a valuable lesson on resilience. Not only was it about bouncing back from setbacks, but it was also about growing stronger through adversity. I encourage you all to never give up on your passion, no matter how the obstacles may seem. With dedication and resilience, you can achieve a great goal.
Sometimes we don't realize how precious the simplest things are until they're taken away from us. And I learned that lesson in a painful way by living through the devastation of war. A few years ago, my family and I had to leave our home because of the conflict around us. We left behind everything familiar, searching for stability and peace. Everything was shattered overnight. I remember thinking how unfair it was that the simplest things like feeling safe and sleeping in our own beds and feeling the comfort could be taken away from us. That experience taught me to appreciate every good thing in my life. Now, I don't take things for granted. I appreciate every good thing in my life. I treasure moments with my family and friends.
Surrounding yourself with English will significantly improve your language skills and help you become better. Here are some pieces of advice I have tried myself, and I am sharing them with you today. Changing your device's language settings to English has improved my vocab a lot. I know a lot of vocab in Arabic, but when I saw it again in English, I could memorize it easily. And making friends from different countries can be really helpful for practicing your language and using your word, as well as creating sentences. Not only that, it can also expose you to new words from those people who open doors for you to create new sentences. Thank you, your enthusiasm is contagious.
When I first started learning English, I only knew a few basic words and phrases. It felt a little difficult, but I want to get better. So I made a plan to practice English every day. At first, I listened to simple songs and watched short videos in English. This helped me get used to how the language sounded. Reading was also very helpful. I started with easy books and short stories. I found new words I didn't know and wrote them down. This helped me learn new words. I also started talking with friends who spoke English. We had small conversations about simple things like our hobbies. This made learning fun and helped me improve my speaking skills. Now I can speak, read, and write much better than before. It took time and daily practice, but all the hard work was worth it. So my friends, if you are learning new language or trying to improve your English, remember to practice a little every day. Listen, read, write, and speak as much as you can.
I learned from my mother to work, to trust God, and to work hard in life while doing my part and relying on Him. I learned from my grandfather patience and gratitude, to be thankful in all situations and for every circumstances we go through. He taught me how to strengthen my relationship with others and my family.
A lack of emotional intelligence is when you care so much about others that you start to forget about yourself. You might think, I'm just being a good friend, a caring partner, or a helpful colleague. But slowly, you lose track of your own needs, your own dreams, and even your self-worth. Why does this happen? Because you start to tie your value to how much you can give or how happy you can make others. Lack of emotional intelligence is not something you have to feel bad about. It's just a phase that most of us fall into because we care so much, often in the name of love or kindness. But kindness that costs you your peace is not kindness. And love that diminishes you is not love. You deserve relationships where your efforts are matched, your boundaries are respected, and your happiness is not something you have to fight for.
A lot of people advised me to stop being sensitive because when I grow up, I'm gonna meet a lot of people that might not understand my character and might hurt me accidentally. But even with their advice, I couldn't stop being sensitive and I continued. Until one day I was crying in class, a girl came to me and told me, your feelings are not important, you're not always the best, don't overreact over anything, you're not the best, don't act like a kid. After that day I promised myself that I would never cry in front of anyone, even if I was hurt real bad.
When you are searching for a job, you might think negatively, saying, I'll never find a job because the market is so competitive. But when you think positively, you will say, I'll find the right job by networking, improving my skills, and applying to positions that match my strengths. Positive mindset reduces levels of stress and anxiety, positively impacting our mental and physical health. A positive mindset is not just a concept, but a lifestyle that can profoundly change our lives.
How many of you have had a big idea, a goal, a dream you kept putting off? Maybe you told yourself, I'll do it tomorrow, maybe I'll start when the time's right. Yeah, I used to feel the same way. We all have things we want to do, goals, dreams, maybe something new we want to try. But what often holds us back is waiting. Waiting for the perfect time. Waiting wasn't helping me. In fact, it was only making me feel more stuck. I learned that action is the best teacher. Progress comes not from waiting, but from doing. So if there's something you are putting off, a goal, a project, maybe some, or even a small change, don't wait. Just start. You learn as you go. You'll be glad you did.
I've learned that true friends are not just companions, but a source of strength, standing by our sides through thick and thin, offering us a listening ear, a helping hand, and a shoulder to lean on when needed the most. They celebrate our victories as if their own and lift us up when we are down, reminding us that we are never alone in this journey called life. It's through friendship that we see the strength that lies in unity. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's remember to hold on to our friends tightly. Feel grateful for the moments we share and appreciate the love and laughter they bring into our lives. And always remember that in friendship, we don't find only companionship, but a reflection of our true selves.
I thought it was the end of the road. But I remember what Les Brown said in one of his speeches. Nobody believes in you. You've lost again and again and again. The lights are cut off, but you are still looking at your dream, reviewing it every day, and saying to yourself, it's not over until I win. In that moment, I felt his words perfectly describe my situation. I saw myself as a failure because I lost, but his words made me realize that a failure is a natural part of the journey to success. In that moment, I learned an important lesson. If you fear failure, you don't understand the true value of success. Don't fear falling, but respect the lesson that comes with every step you take. Rise, keep going, and always remember, failure is what gives you the strength to achieve true success. Thank you.
Failure is not the end. Rather, it is the opportunity to learn and grow. It reminds us that success often comes after several attempts, and that persistence can turn dreams into reality. In essence, perseverance is the key to overcoming challenges and achieving long-term success and fulfillment.
I was silent for 10 seconds, and I wanted to say something that was on my mind, but I didn't say a single word, which didn't allow me to convey to you what I wanted to say. Speaking, it's one of the easiest actions in our daily life, right? And it's the only way, or the most important way, to say what we think and how we feel. Many might think it's not a big deal to discuss here, right? But has anyone considered that this simple ability, when lacking, can cause many significant challenges and difficulties for people's lives? I was silent for just 10 seconds, and I'm sure that most of you were confused and wondering why I'm silent and what I wanted to say. But what if I stayed silent longer, say for 10 years, 20 years, my whole life? Do you think now it's not a big deal to discuss? Because I'm sorry to tell you, but there's more than 430 million people around the world who has disabling hearing loss, which means a life without sounds. You didn't get me, right? Well, I said that, hi everyone, I'm Nohal Bahlouli from Hint E, and today I want to share with you a lesson that changed my life.
I took the risk and I left my high-paid job for a low-paid job. Do you guys think it worked? Well, yeah. It made me gain more time to sit with my family, gain more time to train for the thing I love, and to stay with my friends for a lot of time. Life is short, okay? So don't sacrifice your life and leave it for bad things and for money, okay? You can gain money from the thing you love and being disciplined. So you leave your life, it's only once. Okay guys, money isn't everything. Train hard, work hard, and be disciplined.
Learning English is very important in our life. Having a second language will always have a great beneficial and advantages in our professional life and our journey, educational journey. But however, it's not enough. We need to have a third language to continue our life with. Due to the globalization, a lot of companies nowadays looking for candidates that can speak more than two or three languages.
Practicing is the most important thing you need. You can practice with your friends, your colleagues, and even with AI. There's websites you can't speak to it. It interacts with you.
I spent a part of my life scared about things that could happen, might not happen. 7 years I just spent it like that. I came to realize that fear is the real enemy. So get out to the real world and you kick that fear as hard as you can right in the teeth. And remember, the hardest choices require the strongest will.
What a great job. Like the way